Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while. I'm kind of feel bad about that, but this should be a update to my old fitting videos before 1.7. This is after 1.7. They made a couple changes and they've added weapons and that sort of thing. Uh, so I figured I might as well make another video about the new types of fittings. I'm gonna have to do this again here soon because there's gonna be some changes to logistics bonuses and some additional suits that will come out, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So let me just go down here to my example fittings, and if you haven't noticed already, I've been putting complex damage, or not complex profile dampeners on my suits now. I found that they're actually pretty effective in terms of your overall survivability instead of just using an armor plate there, especially if you already have it to level 5. So let me just start out with the first one here, and this is a support logi. Pretty much what it's got is, instead of damage, we have 3 shield extenders, but we also have a kinetic catalyzer, profile dampener, and armor plate. This makes it so that you're fast, but you're not exactly, like, you can't be taken down very easily, but at the same time you don't have a ton of health like you would if you just put a bunch of armor plates in the low slots. It's good for a support logi because you can literally just run around and heal people, and then use your scanner to make sure the area is clear, that sort of thing, before you revive and that sort of and doing your logi stuff. But other than that, the enhanced kinetic catalyzer that I'm using right now seems to work pretty good. It's almost 8 meters per second, and the armor plate really doesn't slow you down very much. Total, you have about 600 health, so you can take a bit of damage, and I'm using an assault combat rifle on this fit, so it's a close quarters weapon. At the very bottom here, I think I have it's pretty much the same fitting, except for it has a shotgun and an uplink instead of the repair tool. So instead of a logi, I mean, it's kind of a reconnaissance. You run in and set up an area with an uplink or something, and use your shotgun for close quarters because you can run up on people pretty quickly with this suit. Then the second fitting I have here is another logistics fit, or another like support fit. We have 2 complex shield extenders and a damage mod to go with this combat rifle, so you can do quite a bit of damage with it as long as you have your skills in combat rifle up there. Then 2 plates and a profile dampener. Again, I use profile dampeners on all my suits. I would recommend at least trying them for a bit, or at least getting it to level 5, because as a logi, you actually get to be invisible from basic scans at level 5 profile dampening. Then again, your 3 equipment. I usually don't run a nano hive on this on my support fits. That way, I have to kind of rely on other people for nano hives, or I have to find that. But it's like you rely more on your repair tool instead of your weapon, which is good for being a logi. This one also has, I think, 2 enhanced plates, and it makes it so that I have quite a bit more health than usual, which is just kind of that way you can take more damage as logi without just instantly dropping. This third fit is a aggressive fit, so it doesn't have a repair tool on it, but it does. I'm using a the standard combat rifle again, 2 damage mods, armor plates again, the profile dampener. Now all these suits, you kind of want to flank your enemy instead of going directly at them, which is great for a logi because you're not going to want to directly attack the enemies. I mean, that's what you're healing the other people to do for you. Those assaults can go in there and die, and once they die, then you're the one repping them and healing them back up. This one's again more aggressive. I think I have a repair nano hive on here because you do have a little bit of armor, but not a ton, and then injector and everything. So again, this is basic aggressive suit, but then again advanced. You can always throw a 3rd armor plate on here, but again, I kind of like doing the whole flanking thing. It's been really nice, especially with these guns and how fast they can kill people with. Fourth fit, again another aggressive suit, only this one is the assault combat rifle, and instead of having an injector I have a uplink on this fit, so it's more along the lines of kind of like a setup area thing, really simple, pretty much the same setup. Again, 2 extenders and a damage mod, a little bit more health because of that extra extender, but then again I think that this assault combat rifle does quite a bit of damage already and only needs 1 damage mod instead of 2 to really be effective. With your flanking, you don't really exactly need that much health anyways, but it's always good to have that extra extender. And then I already showed you this one, so let me go up and I now have more than 1 prototype fitting. Isn't that interesting? This first one is assault combat rifle. Let's see here, so we have 3 extenders, 1 damage mod, 330 shield, which gives me a good amount of health there. This is pretty much the prototype version of, I think it was my example 1 fit. So with the 4th equipment slot, I decided to put a nanohive in here, a repair nanohive. So your support logi with nanohive for even more support, a complex kinetic catalyzer to make sure I'm going fast. I'm using Iris because I don't actually have my skills up there yet. Hopefully we'll soon, but I just don't have them yet. And then 2 plates, because again, I mean, with the complex, let's see, with the complex thing there, I'm hardly losing speed. I have an enhanced plate, so I'm losing a little bit more speed, but I'm still at 7.85, which is almost 8 meters per second, and you run pretty quickly with that. Let's see here, I think this is a BDR8, advanced scanner, Allotech, no, not that. Okay, on this one, I don't have a lot of armor, so I don't have the Allotech on this one. And flux grenades, I didn't exactly talk about flux grenades on all of my suits. I think I have flux grenades, yep, I do. Pretty much, with all the tanks running around, throwing a flux grenade at them will absolutely just, like, it'll scare them for a bit, and they might, like, activate their hardeners and run away. Especially if it's a shield tank, you can take down an entire shield tank's shields with 3 flux grenades. And on top of that, I mean, you see a heavy flux grenade combat rifle, it works for me. Then this one is pretty much the same fitting. I sacrifice a little bit of armor, you can see, so this one has 374, that one is 402. A little bit of armor, gives me a little bit of a speed boost, but I get to put on a uplink, and I'm using an Allotech stable for the 50% spawn time modifier, and the fact that I can carry 3 of them. Again, it's pretty much the same fitting. Then we have this one, which is a regular combat rifle. Okay, you use the advanced version. And again, 3 extenders with 1 damage mod. I'm not using 2 damage mods because instead of using the basic one like I was in the other fittings, I'm using the advanced. So advanced plus a combat complex is practically the same as a standard plus 2 complex. Then I have 3 plates instead of a sprint mod. I'm only running at 6.78, but when you have this much health, it's a little bit better to be sturdy than to be quick. I'm also running the Allotech nanohive so I can repair my armor whenever, and especially nice to drop it in groups of allies for them, and tell them, like, hey, I gotta repair a nanohive. You can just go behind the corner and check that out and get it. Again, BDR8, same equipment setup, and a flux grenade. Again, these complex profile dampeners, I mean, I have 523 armor still, and I'm invisible. It's awesome. It's like as invisible as a scout. I mean, with a complex profile dampener, I didn't mention this before, you're invisible to advanced scanners in a Logi suit, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, the only thing that can detect you is prototype scanners, and if they directly see you. Then we have this one, same thing again. I replaced the repair tool with a uplink, and I sacrificed a little bit of armor, so I'm at 495 instead of 523. A little bit of a speed increase, so that speed increase lets me drop my uplinks or get to the where I want to drop my uplinks a little bit faster. And I think that's all for the Logi fits. There's one other thing I wanted to mention down here, is that I did change up my heavy fittings a little bit. I'm using a breech forge gun now with this mauler. I got a bunch of mauler things from one of the packs, and this one has 2 high slots and 1 low slot. And you're like, oh, that's interesting, you know, because the standard one has standard Sentinel, whatever, has 1 low slot, 2 high slots, or the basic or whatever. And here I'm using 1 enhanced shield energizer and 2 complex armor repair. And if you look over there in the stats, it's 20, almost 30 shield recharge rate and 12.5 armor. So my health is constantly going back up. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this new update, is that they've fixed the HMG so where it's more powerful. I'm only using a standard HMG on here, and I'm like tearing people apart with this fitting, because as long as you only encounter like 1 person at a time, your health goes up so fast that by the time that you get to the next person, they have to deal with a whole new heavy again, which is, especially if you're going up against another heavy, you just spray them a little bit, run around the corner, heal up, spray them, and while they're still like dealing with their shields, you're already at full health. Then this one, I put a complex damage modifier on there, and I'm using a MH82, so the advanced version. I couldn't fit another complex armor repair over here, so I have a militia, and it only puts me at 8.75 HP per second, but when I'm doing so much damage, I kill the person faster than they can take down my shield. So as long as I have this fast shield recharge, I don't ever have to worry about the health going down, really. Again, Flux Grenade, it's really nice for going up against heavies, because that's pretty much the only thing that's hard to kill when you're in this suit, especially with the new updated HMG stuff. So there's that. I guess that's pretty much all that I wanted to go through in this video. If you have any questions or would like to see some sort of fitting that you'd like me to make, just post it in the comments, and I'll see if I might make a video later on that'll address those. But yeah, thank you for watching this. I might actually right after this, I might post a video of some gameplay of me using some of these suits, because I just recorded and it was really awesome. I mean, I just got like 100 fittings, because I spent like, I don't know, a month or so just running free fits, and now I have the ISK to play in prototype, and that's what I'm doing. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys in another video.